All right. Aloha, everybody. Thank you for being here. So my name is Calvin Hill. This is my senior capstone proposal for social media and the nonprofit sector. So first, a little bit about me. So my name is Calvin Jacinto Hill. I'm a transfer student. I originally got my associates in liberal arts from LCC before transferring here. Before that, I went to the Hawaii Technology Academy, or HTA, a public charter school in Waipahu. And my program of study is creative media, and my concentration is communications and new media technology. And so today we'll be looking at my plans for senior capstone project, the state of my thesis statement, my objective and rationale, and then I'll address the significance of my proposed project. So first, the thesis statement. So social media is a useful tool that nonprofit organizations can use to increase community participation, amplify their mission, and catalyze social change in a more effective way than ever before. And so the purpose of my research was to learn more about social media as a tool that nonprofit organizations can use for their benefit. Social media is very common now among both individuals and companies and organizations, and nonprofits typically rely on public support and outreach, so it seemed like a connection that was worth looking into more. So for my senior capstone plans, I'm planning on doing a practicum as a communications intern at Ma'o Organic Farms, which is a farm in Waianae. Through my internship, I will assist the farm with digital work such as social media management, photography, and video creation. It's directly related to my research because Ma'o is a certified nonprofit organization, and I will be helping with their social media for the semester. And then as for my deliverable, I will be making an Instagram account where I feature and interview various nonprofit organizations on Oahu through multiple formats such as graphics, videos, and photographs. All right, and now the significance. So social media marketing is less expensive, time-consuming, and labor-intensive than traditional marketing methods such as billboards, door-to-door canvassing, and TV commercials. And this makes it especially helpful for smaller nonprofit organizations that might not have the same budget for marketing that large corporations have. And as for the future implications of this, so social media is becoming increasingly more common, and many nonprofits already have some form of social media presence for years. For my practicum at Ma'o, this will mostly mean using social media for engagement, fundraising, and volunteer opportunities for the farm. And then for my deliverable, it will mean using social media to raise awareness and gather information. Then some important data I found through my research is that roughly 7 out of every 10 people in America use social media already. And by 2009, all 200 of the United States' largest charities were already engaged in some form of social media utilization. So with these two pieces of data combined, we can see that social media is very common already among individuals, and that nonprofits have already been making use of this. So it's a field with a lot of people and a lot of potential for growth. So the target audience for my deliverable. So due to the nature of my deliverable being locally based, my target audience will be people on Oahu. So late teens and young adults will primarily be for the purpose of learning about possible work, volunteer, and internship opportunities they could find through the organizations that I showcase. And adults and elders will be primarily be for finding out about organizations they may want to financially support by donating to or making use of. My proposed solution is finding highlights through aggregation and connecting with multiple nonprofits to see if and how they use social media. I will be giving organizations an opportunity to share information and be featured. So here's the creative process for my deliverable. So first, I'll be compiling a list of nonprofit organizations to reach out to, and I'll be creating an Instagram account that will be used for my deliverable. And then for production, I'll be creating posts for the account, which will be interviews, videos, graphics, and photographs that feature nonprofit organizations. And I will learn about how they use social media along the way. And then for post-production, after completing the interviews and showcases, I will compare my findings for each one about how each featured organization used social media, and I'll draw a conclusion based on my findings and previous research about how effective social media was. As for my deliverable, I will be creating an Instagram account where I will showcase various nonprofit organizations on the island. I will include interviews, data, graphics, pictures, and videos in the account. For each organization that I feature, I will showcase things such as their mission statement, their location, and volunteer opportunities. Along the way, I will also be learning about their relationship between each nonprofit organization and their social media, such as how they use it and whether or not they find it effective. And previous senior Jonalyn Alls inspired my deliverable and the mix of graphics, photographs, and videos that she had. And then another account that inspired me was Instagram account Kale Anonymous. So his video format of just quick information style videos inspires me and is something I think I would want to try to use for my showcases of organizations. So that's all for my presentation. So thank you, and I'll open it to questions now.